Hey everyone, it's Katie Myers, CEO of CR Conversations and founder of the Conversation Club. And today is Tuesday. That means it's Talk It Out Tuesday. So today I am talking to you about something that happens to all of us: miscommunication. So I wanted to kind of just share with you some tools and tips that I use in order to make sure that if you are kind of having confrontation with someone or you feel like you're completely missing each other, some things to sort of help ease the communication gap and make it so you aren't unbelievably frustrated all the time. Sound good? Cool. All right. So, first things first, this is a tip that I have shared often, but maybe not for a while. The very first thing that you can do to kind of ease the communication gap is to stop assuming that people communicate the same way you do. So the very first thing that I like to ask when I meet someone, or I get introduced to them, or just truly during our first interaction and conversation, is so tell me the best way that you communicate. Okay, what is your preferred way of communicating? So for those of you that have heard about things like, love languages or like your core values and what are the things that mean the most to you, this is such an important question. It might seem really simple, but it's something that can solve a lot. So a lot of us assume that other people communicate that we like to communicate. Well, that is not always the case. So help yourself out from the beginning and ask them what is their preferred way to communicate. Now, if you have done that and you're still kind of missing it, or maybe they aren't, this is just an environment where you're working with other people or you're working on a team and there isn't going to be one particular way that everyone communicates, right? So you're going to have to kind of deal with different ways with different people. So there is a little bit of give here that you need to give to other people. First and foremost, spend some time really understanding this person. If you feel comfortable, ask them, what are the things that make them feel the most appreciated? What is their, kind of unofficial love language? How do they most feel like they matter? Or what do they feel really gives them a voice? Some people they would love gifts to know that they matter. Others, you just need to be able to tell them. A lot of these things, it might be, service, like you actually doing something for them, or quality time. These are not things that I have come up with, and I will share the link below about the book around understanding love languages. But a lot of the time we think about that in our personal lives. Well, it is just as important in the business world to understand how people want to feel like they matter, how people best communicate, and for you to be able to understand that so that you can show up for them in the way that they need to be seen. So spend some time understanding them, truly, like in the first getting to know you conversation that I have with someone, I start to ask them questions about, what matters to them and what is their drive and what is, all of the things that make them feel like they really matter and what's their purpose. And you can learn a lot about people just by asking kind of some of these discovering questions. So when you are in an environment where maybe you are in a new position or you're on a new team or you're building a team of your own, or even just the vendors that you work with in your business, taking time to really understand them as individuals, just as you would if it were a personal relationship, is something that we often forget in the professional environment. So take some time, ask them how they like to be treated, how they want to be communicated with, how they want to feel appreciated, and what is going to make them matter. Because making the assumption and lumping everyone together is not going to be the easiest bet. Now, like I said, there's going to be some give, and sometimes you have to do some blanket things, but making that personal effort is going to take you miles beyond what either your competition or just other people around them may have done. Sometimes just asking is enough acknowledgement for people to know, okay, they're different. They're not just going to do things like everybody else does. That might be the one thing that sets you apart. So I hope this is helpful. I know that this is something that we all run into, and I hope you are seeing the thread and the theme of how our personal lives are very similar to our professional lives because we are still simply dealing with human beings. So if you take it at its core, if you think about people as people, and you're really out there, as I always say, to make an impact and to truly serve, this is going to be something that helps you in your sales conversations by treating people like people, and that this is not any different than how you would treat your friends or talk to your friends or your family or the people that care about you. Oh, we have a guest appearance. This is Greg. So oh, he's done with us. That's cats for you, right? All right, my friends. Well, thank you for taking time to hang out with me. And I will see you next week on Talk It Out Tuesday. And be sure to check the comments below. I'm going to share some resources with you there. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Did you like the video? Well, I hope so. And if you did, go ahead and click like and subscribe to this channel. That way you can get free trainings from me every single week directly on YouTube. Now, if you feel like you are needing a little bit more and are ready to really own those F words and overcome your failures, well, then it is time for you to head on over to crconversations.com, and you can click on the book tab and get a copy of Fortune is in the Failure. Now, this book is going to be the DIY version of what I take my clients through every day. And while you're on the website, feel free to peruse. There are some great resources, tips, blogs, all sorts of things to really help you own those F words and find sales success. So until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.